I paid 228 yuan for 2 cocktails in Hohai. The next day, I opened Dianping, the review app everyone uses here. Same bar, same 2 drinks, plus a snack, only 60 yuan. I've lived in Beijing for more than 20 years, and I still overpaid 168 yuan in one night on 2 drinks. That really hurts. When you travel in China, things can feel so cheap that after a while, you just stop checking prices. And that's when you start overpaying. So in this video, I'll show you 6 simple ways to spend less in China. And we'll keep a running total right here. Let's see how much we can save. So let's start with Dianping. Say you want to have Peking duck. Maybe you already know which restaurant you want to go to. Before you go, search it on Dianping and check the deals. A lot of places have set menus on there. You might get a whole duck, a few side dishes, and drinks for much less than ordering everything separately. And it isn't just the small local places. Popular restaurants and big chains have these deals too. You'll find them at cafes and bars as well. In my experience, you can often save around 20 to 15%, but every now and then you'll find a much better deal. At the bar we went to in Hohai, the Dianping deal was less than a quarter of the regular price. I knew I should have checked Dianping. I just forgot. That one search would have saved me 168 yuan. And this is something you can use every day. Lunch, dinner, coffee, drinks. Just check Dianping before you order. It only takes a few seconds, but if you use it every day, the savings really add up. Now let's move food to sightseeing. Day trips are another place where it's easy to spend more than you need to. The Great Wall is a good example. A friend of mine came to Beijing last month. He saw an ad for a Great Wall day tour, 150 yuan per person. It sounded cheap, so he booked it. But a big part of the day went to shopping stops. He'd come all the way to Beijing, and he only got about 2 hours at the wall. That's frustrating. A lot of people book a tour because getting there sounds complicated. But for Badaling, it really isn't. You have 2 easy options. The train is faster. It takes about half an hour from Beijing North Station, right next to Xizhimen, and costs around 30 yuan each way. Bus 877 is cheaper. It leaves from Beitucheng, goes straight to Badaling, and costs 6 yuan each way with Alipay, or 12 in cash. Entrance is 40 yuan in peak season. For 2 people, the tour is 300 yuan. By bus is 104. That's 196 yuan saved. And when you go on your own, you decide when to arrive, how long to stay, and when to leave. If the weather is great and you want another hour on the wall, just stay. You save money and you get to enjoy the wall at your own pace. Hotels right next to the big sites usually cost more. That's true almost anywhere. But in China, you don't have to stay right next to them. In most big Chinese cities, the subway is fast, cheap, and easy to use. I checked a few branches of the same hotel chain for the same 3-night stay. They weren't that far apart, just a few subway stops. But the price difference was pretty noticeable. Over 3 nights, the difference came to around 500 yuan. That's what you are paying for the location. Maybe it's worth it to you, maybe it isn't. At least now you know what it costs. Transportation is something you pay for every day, so this is another place where the savings can really add up. It's easy to take taxis everywhere when you are traveling. Take Wangfujing to the bird's nest, for example. When I checked, a taxi was around 40 yuan each way with light traffic. The subway is 4 yuan per person. So for 2 people, a round trip by taxis is about 80 yuan. By subway, it's only 16. That's more than 60 yuan saved in one day. Say you are here for 4 days and make one trip like this each day. That's about 250 yuan saved. And when traffic gets busy, a taxi can cost more, while the subway fare stays the same. The subway may even get you there faster. Of course, taxis still make sense sometimes. If it's raining, you have luggage, or you are in a hurry, just take one. But if you are trying to save money, you don't need one for every trip. If you are visiting more than one city in China, there's a good chance you take the high-speed train. A lot of the apps you use to book flights and hotels also sell train tickets. They are convenient, but they usually charge an extra booking fee. How much depends on the trip. For a short ride like Chongqing to Chengdu, I found the fee was around $2. For Beijing to Shanghai, it was about $7 or around 50 yuan. But if you book directly through 12306, the official China Railway website and app, there's no extra booking fee. The website has an English version for international travelers. You just pay the ticket price. So if 2 people are taking the train from Beijing to Shanghai, that's about 100 yuan saved. Now, if you have trouble registering on 12306, using a third-party app is completely fine. Just know that this is one extra fee you can avoid if you want to. And one last thing before you leave China. If you've done some shopping during your trip, there may still be some money to get back. China offers departure tax refunds to overseas visitors, and the threshold is pretty low. Spend 200 yuan at the same participating store on the same day, and you can qualify. For many common purchases, you get around 9% back after fees. So if you spend 3,000 yuan on gifts and souvenirs, that's about 217 yuan back. And you don't always have to wait until the airport. Some participating stores can give you the refund when you buy. You still need to take the goods out of China and complete the customs check when you leave. Just make sure you haven't used them. The process is getting easier too, with paperless refunds now being rolled out. So, if you are already planning to do some shopping, check whether the store offers tax refunds. You were going to spend money anyway. You might as well get some of it back. So, using the examples in this video, that's about 1,500 yuan saved. Most of it doesn't take much extra effort. China is already pretty affordable to travel around. Sometimes you just need to know there's a cheaper option. Save the money where you can and spend it on the things that actually matter to you. If this helped, give it a like and subscribe for more practical China travel tips. And that's it. See you in the next one from Beijing.